Alright, and hello everyone, it is me, Jay Burns, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to make this little charm right here. This charm is my own original design, and it is called the Crochet Bow Tie charm. So I'll be showing you how to make this with just a hook. So to make it, you're going to need a hook, just a hook, you won't need a loom. You will also need a clip, and this clip is just so you can make the charm. You're not going to need it to finish off the charm. As you can see, there are no clips on here. And of course you will need rubber bands, and we have 3 different groups. I'll explain what they each are. So the A group, the A rubber bands, they're going to be the rubber bands that make up these little chains here on the inside of the bow, and they are black here in this example. The B rubber bands are going to be the stitches on the outside, which are white here on this example. And the A and the B group are usually the same color, and that's what I did here with this bow. But in this example I just made them different colors so you could see them. Right, anyway, then the C group, the last group, they are the connecting bands, and they are also the rubber bands that are in the center of the bow. They're going to be connecting the 2 sides together, and then also the rubber bands here in the middle, and they are gray in this example. Alright, so to figure out how many bands you'll need, just go down to the description. It will tell you exactly how many bands you'll need there. And yeah, use the pause button so that you can get the supplies you'll need. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, so to begin making your bow, you're going to need 9 A color rubber bands to start. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to get our hook, and we're also going to get an A color rubber band. What we're going to do is we're going to put it, oh goodness, there's glitter everywhere. Alright, we're going to put it on our hook like so, and we're going to make it into a cap band. And to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take the rubber band and twist it while it's on our hook like so, and put this new little loop here, this new shape that we create, onto our hook like that. Now we're just going to make a single chain with the remaining 8 A color bands. So you just get another A color rubber band and put it on your hook. Then slide this cap band onto the new rubber band. Then you put the other end of the new band onto your hook, just like that. Then get another A color rubber band, put it on your hook like so. Slide the rubber bands that are already on your hook onto the new band, and then put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook. I'm sorry about all this glitter, it's already everywhere. It's great. Anyway, and what you're just going to do is continue making a little single chain on your hook until you have added the remaining 6 A color bands now. So just put a new band on your hook. Take the bands that's already on your hook, slide them onto the new band, put the other end of the rubber band onto your hook. Just go ahead and continue that. Alright, so now you should have a total of 9 A color rubber bands, and in this chain, including the cap band. And what we're going to do now is we're going to start to add the B color bands that will be going around here on the outside, so these stitches here on the outside. And to do that, you're first going to take this first loop here that's already on your hook, so the rubber band, this first little loop here, closest to the actual hook part of your hook. You're going to take that off, but hold on to it because you're going to need to put it back on. So I'm just going to put it on my finger. And you're going to take the cap band here on the other end of the chain, and you're going to put it on your hook, like that. And then you're going to put the other end of the rubber band, so this little loop that you just took off, you're going to put it back on your hook now. Alright. Now we're going to add all of the B color bands that we need for this side of the bow. And to do this, first we're going to take a B color rubber band. We're going to put it on our hook, just like this. We're going to slide all of these bands that are already on our hook onto the new rubber band. Then we're going to put the other end of this new rubber band onto our hook. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab this side of the rubber band that is furthest away from the actual part of your hook. You're going to grab that side and pull it off and over your hook without taking the other little loop off. So now you have a slip knot. Now, once you've done that, you're going to find the same rubber bands that the slip knot is going through. So those same rubber bands that were just on your hook, the cap band and the last rubber band in the chain, which are right here. And you're going to take your hook and put it going through those 4 bands. So the 2 little loops for the cap band, and then the 2 little bands for that last rubber band in the single chain. So you'll put those back on your hook now. Then you're going to get another B color rubber band, put it on your hook, just like that, same way as before. Then slide only those 4 little loops that you just put back on your hook. You're going to take those and put them on the new band, not this very last loop here, which is a slip knot. So you're going to slide those onto the new rubber band. Then put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook. And once you have that, these 2 loops that are furthest away from the actual part of your hook, you're going to take both of them and pull them off and over your hook without pulling this other loop here off. So there you go. Right, now what we're going to do is we're going to find the next rubber band in the chain. So it's this one right here. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and put it going through that loop, through that band. And you should get these 2 little loops on your hook now. You should have a total of 3. Really? Sorry about that. That was my phone. Anyway, back to the tutorial. Now you're going to get 2 B color rubber bands, and we're going to do what we just did before to this loop here. So you're going to get 2 B color rubber bands. You're going to take one of them, put on your hook like so, then slide this band that you just put on your hook, then slide that onto the new rubber band, not this very last loop here. Then you're going to put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook as well. And then these 2 loops over here, furthest away from the actual hook part of your hook, you're going to grab both of them and pull them off and over your hook. Now once again, we're going to find that same rubber band, that same band in the single chain that we just pulled this slip knot through, which is right here. You take your hook and put it going back through that same band, and you're going to take the other B color rubber band I told you to get, put it on your hook like so, then slide these 2 bands here so this band here that you just put back on your hook, you're going to take that and slide it onto the new rubber band. Then put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook. And then these 2 loops that are furthest away from the actual part of your hook, you're going to take both of those, pull them off and over your hook without pulling this other loop off. And there you go. Now you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to find the next band in the chain, and you'll do the same thing all over again. So I'll show you what you need to do one more time, and then you'll just go ahead and continue doing the same little pattern for the rest of the loops in the chain. Goodness, I have sniffles today. Anyway, so you're going to get 2 more B-color rubber bands. You're going to find the next little band, next little link in the chain, which is right here. Take your hook and put it going through there. Then take one of your B-color rubber bands and put them on your hook like that. Slide little link here, the little link here on the new rubber band, and not this last loop. Then put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook. So much glitter. Then these 2 bands here, furthest away from the actual part of your hook, you're going to grab them, pull them off and over your hook, like that. And now, what we're going to do is the same thing again. We're going to find the same loop that we just pulled the Slipknot through. So it's right here. Put that band back on your hook. Get a new rubber band, a new B-color rubber band, and put it on your hook like this, just like so. And then take this little link here that you just put back on your hook. You're going to slide that onto the new band. And then you're going to put the other end of this new rubber band onto your hook. And then these 2 bands over here, furthest away from the actual part of your hook, you're going to take them both, pull them off and over your hook without pulling this other loop off. And then you're going to start over. You're going to find the next link in the chain and get 2 B-color rubber bands. And yeah. So you're just going to do this until you have used all the B-color rubber bands that you'll need for this side, or until you get to the last link. And for the last link in the chain, we have this one right here that also has the cap band with it. You're not going to pull 2 B-color bands through that loop. So this one that's with the cap band, you're not going to pull anything else through there. The last link in the chain will be this one right here that comes before it. So this one. Alright, so just go ahead and continue adding the little stitches through the single chain. Use the pause button if you need to. Alright, I just have 2 more links to go through. Almost finished. Alright, here's the last band, last B-color band that I need for right now. And there we go. So now I have finished. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get a C color rubber. Oh gosh, so much glitter. Goodness. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a C color rubber band. And something that is optional, if you are using C color rubber bands and you're just using regular rubber, you're using regular rubber bands, you're not using like the round rubber bands, like limited edition bands from Rainbow Loom. If you're just using regular bands, you can take 2 C-color rubber bands and do this next step. So I'm going to go ahead and do this with 2. But anyway, so once you have pulled your 2 little Slipknot stitches through this last link in the chain that you need to pull bands through, and you just have this little link here that is with your cap band, that's where you're at now. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and put it going back through that last rubber band in the chain and also the cap band. So that place where you started, you're going to put your hook going back through that same place. And now we're going to take our 1 or 2 C-color bands and put them on our hook, just like the others. And like the other B-color bands. And then we're going to take these B-color bands. So these rubber bands here that we just put back on our hook, we're going to take them, pull them onto the new band. And once they're on, you can put the other end of the new band, the new C-color band, onto your hook. And in my case, there's 2. Then, what we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 bands here that are furthest away from the actual hook part of our hook, pull them off and over our hook just like the other Slipknot bands. And this also includes that other little loop. If you have 2 C-color rubber bands, just pretend they're just 1. But anyway, now you should have something like this here on your hook now. And now we're going to need to get that clip. So go ahead and get the clip. And we're just going to tighten the slip knot a little bit. And we're going to put our clip on this Slipknot band here. It's this little loop that's left on our hook. Slide that on there. Then you can take the band off of your hook. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make the other side of the bow. So you can put this off to the side for now. Now get the same exact number of rubber bands that you needed to make this side of the bow. So you'll need your 9 A-color rubber bands. And then all those B-color bands, and we're going to do the exact same thing we did for this side of the bow for the other side, except for the C-color bands. That'll be different. But anyway, so go ahead, take your 9 C-color bands first, or A-color bands, and we're going to make our single chain first. So first you're going to make a cap band on your hook by taking an A-color rubber band, twisting it, and putting the new shape onto your hook. And I'm going to go a little bit faster this time, so if you need to use the pause button, just use the pause button. Then once you have your cap band on there, you're going to take another A-color rubber band and put it on your hook just like this. And slide the cap band onto the new rubber band. Then put the other end of the new band onto your hook. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get another A-color band and do the same thing. Put it on your hook like so. And then slide these rubber bands that are already on your hook onto the new band. Then put the other end of the new band on your hook and just continue the single chain until you have added a total of 9 A-color bands to the entire thing. Alright, so now I have 9, I have a total of 9 A-color bands in the chain now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this loop here, so for this last link in the chain, we're going to take this loop that is closest to the actual part of your hook off. But we're going to hold on to it, so don't let go. I'm going to put on my finger. Then you're going to get the cap band down here on the other end of the chain and put it on your hook. Then you're going to put the loop here that you just took off of your hook back on. And now we have the little chain we need. And now we're going to go ahead and get our B color bands and we're going to add them. So now we should have the last of our B color bands now. And to start, we're going to get 2 B color bands. We're going to take one of them at first, put it on our hook like so, and slide all of these rubber bands that are already on our hook onto the new band. Then we're going to put the other end of this new rubber band onto our hook. Then we're going to take this link here, this loop here, that is furthest away from the actual part of our hook. We're going to take that and pull it off and over our hook without pulling this other loop off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find those same rubber bands that we just had on our hook, the cat band and the last link in the chain, and this Slipknot band that we just made is going through all of them, so make sure you get all 4 little loops, which are right here. Then, once they're all on, you're going to get another, or the other B color band, and put on your hook like so. Then slide it through those rubber bands that you just put back on your hook. So not this last loop here. And once those bands are on the new band, you're going to put the other end of the new rubber band onto your hook. And then these 2 rubber bands that are furthest away from the actual part of your hook, you're going to grab both of them and pull them off and over your hook just like that. There you go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to find the next little loop in the single chain here. And it is right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our hook and put it going through that rubber band. Like that. Now we're going to get 2 more B color rubber bands and we're going to do the same thing with them. We're going to take one, put it on our hook like so. Now we're going to slide these 2 little loops here that make that next link in the chain. We're going to take those and slide them onto the new band. Then put the other end of the new rubber band onto our hook. Then these 2 little loops furthest away from the actual part of our hook, we're going to take them both and pull them off and over, leaving this other loop still on your hook. Now we're going to find that same little link, same one, it's right here, and you're going to put your hook going back through. Then you're going to take the other B color band that you need and you're going to put on your hook just like so. Then slide these 2 little loops here, can't talk for some reason, these 2 little loops here that make up that next link in the chain, or the same one. You're going to take both of those and pull them off your hook and onto the new band. And once they're on, you're going to put the other end of this new rubber band onto your hook. And then lastly, these 2 bands here, furthest away from the actual part of your hook, you'll grab them and pull them off and over your hook like that. And well, you're just going to do that for the rest of the links in the chain. You're just going to find the next link and take 2 B color bands and just slip knot them through. And you're going to do that until you get to the last link in the chain that does not have the Slipknot bands going through it. So like here, we have the actual last rubber band in the single chain, but it's with the cat band. So you're not going to pull anything else through there. But this one before it, you will. So just go ahead and continue. Use the pause button if you need to. Alright, adding the last bee color rubber bands to this side of the charm. And there we go. So now I have finished adding all of my bee color bands, so the rest of them, to this side of the bow. And what we're going to do now is we're going to attach both sides of the bow together. Alright, so to do this, what we're going to need to have is we're going to need to get this, the other side of our bow now. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have the side of the, so there's two sides of this other side here of the bow. There are two sides. On one side, all of the little slip knots, all the bee color bands, look like they just have this nice little straight line here in the front. And then on the other side, which would be the back, we'll call it the back, the slip knot bands seem to be splitting in two, kind of like this. So one side is just a little line here, and then the other side looks like the bands are splitting into two parts. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to want to have the back side, so the back of the charm here, you're going to want to have that facing up or facing away from you. Yeah, you're going to want to have that facing away from you. So you put it on your hook. So you take the C color band here with your clip on it. You put it on so that the back, where the slip knots are splitting into two, or it looks like that, is facing away. Now you don't need this clip anymore, so you can just take that off and put it somewhere. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, oh, oops, hold on. Alright, so before you put the Slipknot band on, I just realized, duh. So first you need to take your hook and you need to find the last rubber band in the single chain and also the cap band, so where you started your B color band stitches, which is right here. You'll need to put your hook going through there, just like you did before with the other side of your charm. Something's happening with my voice right now, so I better hurry. Anyway, you're going to put that back on your hook, and then you're going to put the C color band on your hook, and then make sure the back of the charm is facing away. Alright, there we go. Now, what we're going to do, so you should have something like this, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these rubber bands that we just put back on our hook, we're going to slide them on to the C color band. So we should still have this last loop here left. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these two, or this C color band here, I have two though, you're going to take them and you're going to pull them up and over the other side of the charm that had the slip knot on it, so the C color slip knot on it before. So this is pretty difficult, this next step. So what I like to do is spread this rubber band out a little bit, take the other side of the charm, and then just push it through. It's kind of hard to show you, but just push it through like that. And pull it through there. Take my finger off now. And then stop once you have pulled this other side of the charm through. And once you have, you can take your hook, or you can take the C color band off of your hook. And you'll need to do a little bit of adjusting. And now you should have something like this. So it should look like something like this here. And now, this other link that we have on our hook, we're also going to pull this over the other side of the charm. So here's the other side of the bow. We're going to take this band here and just pull it up and over this side as well. There you go. So now you should have something like this here. It's a little bit messed up, but you can just do a little bit of adjusting and that'll fix it. Alright, and now you have both sides of the bow connected together, and all you need to do now is take your last 2 or 3 C-color bands. I'll be using 3, and you're just going to put them here in the middle of the bow. And to do that, you're just going to pull them over one side of the bow charm, like this. And then to make these bands here in the middle smaller, you just take all of them, so all 2 or 3, however many you're putting on here, twist them like you're making a cap band, and put this new little shape you create, you're going to pull that over the charm like that as well. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. Hopefully you got it. But once you have twisted that and now you have your C-color bands on and you have your bow here, well, now you have your bow. So now it's time for the outro. So I would like to thank you for watching my tutorial. Hopefully it showed you how to make the crochet bow tie successfully. And hopefully now you have your little bow, you're enjoying it, and you're probably going to make a couple more, put it on a headband or something, do some cool stuff with it, or just add it to your charm collection. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say for this tutorial, other than thanks for watching, and bye!